Phillips leads Barcelona's fire-breathing Dragons. This LP has topped the European charts, making history as the first back to gain 1,000 yards in a season. Now, the record-breaking Phillips seeks redemption and a return to the big time. Frankfurt Galaxy is playing in a record fourth World Bowl. Quarterback duo Jake Delhomme and Pat Barnes are two of the league's top passers. And when they're looking to throw, they'll be looking for Super Mario, the league's receptions leader. The Dragons slayed the Galaxy twice this season. Today, Frankfurt looks to turn the tables as past champions play for the big marble. Now, live from Los Angeles, four guys who some say have lost their marbles. It's World Bowl 99 on Fox.
And the man who has been breathing fire in NFL Europe, that man there, Lawrence Phillips, the record-setting running back for the Barcelona Dragons, trying to get another opportunity at the NFL stateside. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Germans have embraced NFL Europe. A good crowd on hand for the matchup between the Barcelona Dragons and Frankfurt Galaxy in World Bowl 99. As we welcome you to the Fox Television Center here in Los Angeles for today's presentation of World Bowl 99. And hello, everyone. I'm James Brown. Pleased to be along with you on this Sunday, joined by my three guys who have really enjoyed themselves in the offseason, but none more, Terry and Chris, than Howie Long, one of the world's 50 most beautiful people. Can you believe that, folks? Howie Long. Terry, what do you think about that?
That's airbrush. I'm going to tell you, folks, I lock her with this guy. Hey, ladies, don't go getting crazy. Ain't nothing to get excited about.
JB, what you don't know is that he actually made the NCAA field. Terry and I made the NIT. We were 51st and 52nd, respectively.
Who was 51st?
They only went up to 50, though. That was the problem.
Where was JB?
Yes, no, I was on the selection panel. What do you mean, where was JB? I was selected him. Anyway, let's move along here. The biggest story in NFL Europe this year, as we mentioned, is Barcelona running back Lawrence Phillips, the former 6th overall pick in the NFL draft back in '96, went to Europe to jumpstart a career that appeared to be over before it even started. Earlier, he talked with our own Bill Moss, who asked him what he thought NFL teams were looking for during his stay in NFL Europe.
They wanted to see, especially coming to Barcelona, can he go over there and stay out of trouble? And, that's basically what people were saying that they didn't know that they knew I can play, but they didn't know if I could come over here. But I think that it was a little bit of both, along with the not being able to play, just come stay out of trouble. And they really wanted to see if I could play too. Like, does he still have it? Because I was 240. I really hadn't shown anybody anything since I came out of the draft, and I think they really wanted to see that too.
And we will hear more from Bill Moss's interview with Phillips throughout today's game. Now, as I turn to my guys, Chris, certainly there were an awful lot of questions about Lawrence Phillips, mostly off the field. Did he, in fact, do enough on the field to merit another shot, and should he be given another shot at the NFL?
Well, those are two different questions. First of all, did he do enough on the football field? Certainly he did. He's been a man among boys over there in Europe so far during the course of this season. Lost the weight, got back to the playing weight that he was at Nebraska, and he has done the job football-wise. But the other question is, has what he's done off the football field during these 3 or 4 months been enough to prove to general managers in the National Football League that he warrants another shot in this league? He wouldn't for me personally. This guy has had second chances, third chances, fourth chances, and has failed in the past. But when you go back and you look at last year's NFL draft, the same thing was being said about a young man by the name of Randy Moss.
Who said it?
And I said it. I was the one that said it, and Randy Moss certainly has proved it.
Well,
thank you, Terry, for that very much. We're off to a roaring start again.
The answer to the question, has he done enough? Yes. They're lined up to sign this guy. John Butler, GM from the Buffalo Bills, is at the game right now. Would like to sign him before he gets on the airplane to come back to the States. Ron Wolf is kicking himself in the rear end, GM from the Green Bay Packers, that he didn't sign him when he was released almost a year ago. This is a guy who has showcased his talents not only as a runner, blitz pickup back, also catching the ball out of the backfield. In terms of his off-the-field problems, the big issue is now, I think, as a society and sports fans, we're numb to it. There's so much of it. It's in your face every day that it almost becomes part of everyday life. If he's a football player, he'll have an opportunity to play. Good, bad, or indifferent, folks, that's the way it is.
Yeah, well, it's wrong because our society is totally screwed up if we continue to accept this kind of behavior. Number one, I have to wonder why Buffalo was there. Lawrence Phillips ought to jump with joy and glee that anybody would give him another opportunity. I agree with you, Chris. He would not be on my football team.
But there are people that are desperate.
What about those quarterbacks?
Think
That's
about
a different
quarterbacks.
story now.
All right, we'll talk about some
Well,
quarterbacks. You got John Kitna, Brad Johnson, Scott Mitchell. All have honed their skills there.
And we've had the NFL Europe has produced 4 starting quarterbacks: Johnson, Mitchell, Kitna with Seattle, and of course Ted Peterson with Philadelphia that nobody has heard of. Today we've got Bauman with the Barcelona, who's with the Vikings, and then Delhomme, who is with Frankfurt and the Saints. Of these 2 kids, Barnes got the best chance. Probably another guy, Pat Barnes, and Delhomme has a chance today. But we need quarterbacks in the NFL. This year there'll be 11 new starters of 31, and their average age is 30.
It's a quarterbacks league already. My goodness.
Exactly.
That will do it from here. Coming up at halftime, we'll look ahead to the upcoming NFL season. That'll be at halftime. After these messages, World Bowl 99, Frankfurt and Barcelona. We'll see you back here at halftime.